Hello, everyone. I'm Derek Bleiberg with PNWathletics.com, and I'm here with PNW head women's soccer coach Jake Truty. Jake is entering his fourth year leading the women's soccer program, fourth season on the pitch for the Pride. And Jake, how are you today?
Very good, Derek. Thanks for asking. Things are going well.
All right. So Jake, you're almost at the end of the first week of preseason. You got a scrimmage coming up here this weekend. What are your takeaways from the first few days of training here now that the student athletes are back on campus and things are really ramping up?
Yeah, well, we're very excited to get our first taste of competition and see how we've done so far. Bringing in a couple of new players, I think that's the big good takeaways that we've once again been able to bring in some good, talented, experienced players. We've got a transfer and 4 freshmen, and I think all the freshmen are, come from good soccer environments and have a good background. And so again, that's one of the great things that we can take away is that our new players are going to be able to fit in well with what we're trying to do. They fit in well with our program, and I think all of them will be able to contribute very well throughout the season as they start to get their feet wet slowly and surely.
What is the goal? What are you focused on during the short amount of preseason training and the time that you do have to get ready for the first game of the regular season?
I will agree. Preseason is a pretty short period of time, especially for such a long season. 18 games, and you get 2 or 3 exhibition games, and only a week or 2 before you get started isn't much. The goal is just to find the best combination of players that we can, that ones that will make a good contributions for the longest amount of time. Find out who works well together, what works, what doesn't work, what areas that we need to improve on, what areas we do well so we can get a little bit better at that. And just go over all the little minute details, such as, restarts, which are, corner kicks, free kicks, what to do when we're up a goal, what do we do when we're down a goal, all those types of things, slowly but surely. But, the main purpose is just find out, who did their work over the summer, who prepared well enough, who needs to play a little bit of catch up, and then figuring out what our best combination is so that we can not only compete but win games. And so that's ultimately what we're trying to do in the short period of time that we've got.
Yeah, and this is definitely a different year than any other with just playing a recent spring season. And you do have the benefit of having a large group of returners. So maybe thinking about that group coming in and some of the newcomers, what do you anticipate? It's still early, but what do you anticipate to be the strength and or strengths of the team this year?
At this time, I'm pretty certain that our strength is going to be that we're finally going to have a higher number of players with experience. It's been a couple of seasons where we didn't have as many experienced players as we needed, and our senior class now has been getting great experience since their freshman year. They were put into the mix very early, and so they've got that experience. They know what to expect. Hopefully they can share those expectations with the newcomers, with their younger players, and make sure that they lead on the field and let them know, the level of which they need to play and participate at so that we can make a difference. So I think that's going to be our biggest strength, is that we just have a bigger number of players that have the experience at this level and know how to handle it, know what to do, and are willing to accept that challenge.
Looking at the schedule, what are your thoughts or impressions on this year's slate? You got 4 non-conference games started off. What are your thoughts on the 2021 fall schedule?
Yeah, that is, it's nice having 6 home games. Is definitely nice. It was an accident. It wasn't, there was no advantage sought out by doing that, but it's going to be, we've got 2 really tough GLVC teams that are somewhat local to us and somewhat near us, and so that's going to be a great preparation for going into the GLIAC. And then we've got our first 2 games in the GLIAC will be at home, so that'll be nice, so we can kind of find that confidence, that comfortability for our first 2 home opening games. So I think it's definitely advantageous to be able to be at home and do that, and kind of not having to deal with all of a sudden class starts, now we're traveling. It's just, we have one less thing to worry about because we're at home, and that's always nice, and people are a lot more comfortable no bus trips, no sleeping in foreign beds in hotels and things.
What's your message to the local PNW community, our fans, and what can they expect coming out to Dowling Park this year?
Yeah, well, it's the level that we play at, the Division II, the GLIAC level. It's very entertaining. It's very fast paced. It's competitive. It's athletic. So it's really nice. So to our fans, I think the one thing I hope that you guys will continue to notice and see that we've continued to improve and we've gotten better, and we're going to be able to compete a lot better than we have in years past. Every year it seems we do a little bit better. And so this year, I noticed that we are going to be a little bit better, but I'd like to see that reflected in our record this year. But we're going to have a lot of good soccer players come through Dowling. We've got some good soccer players here at Dowling, and so we'd love for you guys to come out and support us and watch us. And I think it would be entertaining and would definitely be worth your time. So please join us and come watch us play and give us that extra man that we need.